The 2024 general election has begun in India, where on one side is the current government, the Bharatiya Janata Party (BJP), and on the other side is their opponent, the United Progressive Alliance (UPA), a coalition of 26 parties. You might be thinking that a grand alliance was also formed in 2019, but it failed miserably. So what's new in this alliance? Well, let's see. In the 2019 general election, the BJP won 37% of the votes, while the remaining 63% went against the BJP. Therefore, all opposition parties in India believe that if they all come together, they can defeat the BJP, just like they did in 2004. This is a very important meeting for the purpose to save the democracy and constitution. Can BJP challenge India's entire population the way they defeated Atalji in 2004? This meeting is crucial to understand the current political landscape. Now let's talk about the advantages and disadvantages of a majority government versus a coalition government. Stay tuned to find out. Hi friends, in today's video we'll discuss whether India would be better off with a majority government or a coalition government in 2024. Stay connected with this video, friends. I create informational videos like this, so if you enjoy watching informational videos, please subscribe to this channel. It would greatly support me. Look, for the first time in India, a coalition government is not being formed. In 1975, when Indira Gandhi imposed emergency, all left and right-wing political parties came together, forming the Janata Party. After that, the biggest example you can see is the coalition government from 2004 to 2014, when the Congress led a coalition government for 10 years. Then after several years, in 2014, India saw a majority government with the BJP coming to power, and they have been in power since then. So what's better for India, a majority government or a coalition government? Let's find out. In a coalition government, the biggest drawback is that decisions cannot be made easily. If there's a policy to implement or a rule to make, the coalition government has to convince all political parties, and if one party disagrees, the decision is pending. We saw this a lot from 2004 to 2014. Congress wanted to bring GST but couldn't get consensus among parties. Besides, infrastructure projects were also pending during Congress's tenure. BJP, on the other hand, completed many pending projects in the last 10 years. However, if we look at a majority government, decisions are made more easily. For example, BJP passed demonetization, GST, revoked Article 370, abolished triple talaq, implemented the Citizenship Amendment Act, and many more decisions were taken smoothly. Moreover, if BJP gets even more majority this time, they will take even tougher decisions in the coming years. Prime Minister Modi has already mentioned this, and we will see decisive policies and decisions in the next 5 years, despite the coalition government, where scams are more common. Look at the history of Congress. Every time a coalition government led by Congress was in power, numerous scandals occurred. This happens because in a coalition government, the leading party cannot criticize their partners, as doing so might lead to the withdrawal of support and the fall of the government. On the other hand, you will not find any major scams during BJP's tenure because the power is centralized, and they do not need the support of other political parties. If another political party commits fraud, proper action is taken against them. The biggest weakness of coalition governments is national security, which often gets compromised due to delayed decisions. Additionally, many political parties openly support individuals involved in terrorist and illegal activities, preventing the government from taking firm action against them. You will find examples of this between 2004 and 2014. However, majority governments prioritize national security, which you might have noticed post-2014, with BJP's actions such as strikes on Pakistan, countering China, the repeal of Article 370, strengthening India's defense, and boosting defense production and exports, which enhances national security. Coalition governments lack a clear vision. Various parties release their own manifestos promising free utilities, which distracts the government from the country's development. Majority governments have a clear vision focused on progress, infrastructure, and policies that drive the nation forward. If you are skeptical, I can show you the manifestos of both Congress and BJP to clear up any doubts. If you look at Congress's manifesto, you'll understand that their promises, like the Mahalakshmi scheme promising Rs1 lakh annually to the poor without a clear funding plan, are unrealistic and detrimental. Praveen Chakravarti, the data analyst for Congress, has been unable to specify the financial implications of this scheme. It is important for people to know how much it will cost and what other sacrifices will have to be made. Let's say, for example, 10 million people apply. This is just a rough estimate. But this is my estimate, not the party's estimate. I'm just explaining this to you. So, if there are 10 lakh people, and if each is given 1 lakh, That makes 1 lakh times 10 lakh. Can you count? Sorry, my math is very poor. How many hundreds of crores does that become? Is it 1,000 crore or 10,000 crore? It's not that big a number. Meanwhile, BJP is talking about increasing manufacturing in the country, improving the startup ecosystem, discussing job creation, and talking about doubling the amount for mudra loans to start businesses. On the other hand, Rahul Gandhi is talking about caste census, where the country is trying to move beyond religion and caste, while Congress is bringing up the caste census in the country. The working committee has supported the idea of a caste census. On the other side, BJP is talking about making India the third largest economy, reducing inflation, and making India a $5 trillion economy. So, where on one side the majority government of BJP has a clear vision for India, the India Alliance has no vision. Their main goal is just to defeat BJP. Modi is talking about a $5 trillion economy and moving the country forward with a progressive thought process. And what is Rahul Gandhi talking about? Caste. So, he is appearing right and forward-looking while you are appearing as backward-looking, retrograde. This whole narrative aside, the biggest problem with coalition governments is that they don't trust each other. When the general election comes, they form a grand alliance, and as soon as they lose the election, they start making ridiculous statements about each other for the next 5 years. You might find the biggest leaders of Aam Aadmi Party at a terrorist's house, and Rahul Gandhi does not seem capable. I feel he can never become the Prime Minister of this country. He is not capable of it. Congress is finished. Stop entertaining their questions. Mamata said Rahul Gandhi is BJP's biggest asset. Another big question is, if the coalition government wins this time, who will be India's Prime Minister? Will it be Rahul Gandhi, Mamata Banerjee, Arvind Kejriwal, or Uddhav Thackeray? Or will each of them be Prime Minister for 1 year each? But remember, in 1975, a similar coalition government, the Janata Party, was formed against Indira Gandhi, but due to internal conflicts, the coalition government could not sustain itself, and the result was that Indira Gandhi won the election with even more seats than before. India needs a strong opposition leader at this time, not a coalition. The biggest issue in India right now is unemployment, which the coalition government is not even talking about. They are talking about caste, Hindutva, and minorities. So friends, I think now you have understood everything. If you like this video, please like it, and now you can also support me.